The Renaissance is widely regarded as one of the most influential, transformative, or innovative period in history, particularly in the realms of art, science, literature, and philosophy. It marked a revival of classical knowledge and a shift toward humanism, which helped lay the foundation for modern thought and culture. Thanks to the combination of economic prosperity, intellectual curiosity, and religious influences, this era was a period of immense artistic and innovation. With the evolving change of society, the Renaissance saw the rise of legendary figures like Galileo and Nicholas Copernicus revolutionize science, while writers such as William Shakespeare and Dante Alighieri flourished. But perhaps the most striking achievements of the Renaissance were in art, where a new wave of creativity and mastery emerged. Among the greatest artists of this era, Leonardo da Vinci stood out as the ultimate Renaissance genius. A master painter, inventor, and scientist, Leonardo blended art with engineering and anatomy, creating works like The Last Supper and Mona Lisa, which continue to be praised today. His ability to capture human emotion, depth, and movement set a new standard for artistic expression. Born in 1452 in Vinci, Italy, Leonardo was the illegitimate son of Ser Piero, a wealthy notary, and Caterina, a peasant woman. Due to his parents' social differences, da Vinci was not provided the same privileges as other children, which prevented him from approaching formal education. Despite the lack of love from father and caring from mother, he developed a profound curiosity about the world surrounding him. For da Vinci, creativity is not something that taught or memorized in classroom, but a process of observation, experimentation, and discovery. This philosophy encapsulates his belief that true understanding comes not from passive learning, but from actively engaging with the world. Leonardo did not rely on traditional education to shape his intellect. Instead, he absorbed knowledge through direct experience, whether by studying the intricate veins of a leaf, dissecting the muscles of the human body, or observing the way birds flapping their wings. At the age of 15, his father, who enjoyed a high reputation in the Florence community, apprenticed him to artist Andrea del Verrocchio. As Leonardo became more skilled, he took on more difficult work, even assisting Verrocchio with his paintings. In exchange, he was provided food, clothing, and shelter for the 6 years of his apprenticeship. There, he was able to approach not only paintings techniques, but also sculptures and technical mechanical arts, laying a solid foundation for his future works. With his desire to study the totality of the universe, warfare was also included in his scope of investigation. The war in Italy caught Leonardo da Vinci's attention and fueled him with interest in military engineering. Working under the patronage of powerful rulers, including Ludovico Sforza in Milan and Cesare Borgia, Leonardo designed a variety of military innovations, including multi-barreled cannons, armored tanks, and giant crossbows. In 1487, Leonardo da Vinci designed an armored car, a precursor to the modern tank. Inspired by the shape of a turtle shell, the vehicle could move in any direction and was equipped with various weapons. This design demonstrated Leonardo's advanced imagination and vision, as it was far ahead of the technology available during his time. Furthermore, Leonardo da Vinci became deeply fascinated with how birds managed to fly, dedicating himself to observing and studying them in great details. As a result, he created over 500 drawings and 35,000 words on the topic of flight. The ornithopter, one of his most famous inventions, was an aircraft that mimicked the flight of birds, bats, and even kites by swinging its wing. The ornithopter not only showcased his exceptional powers of observation and imagination, but also reflected his enthusiasm for the possibilities of human flight. Da Vinci's right-hand impairment is one of the reasons for his discovery into human anatomy. His lifelong obsession extended beyond science to painting materials, striving to make his art as realistic and lifelike as possible. His earlier dissections and drawings were of animals, oxen, horses, a bear, and birds. And many of his first human images were anatomically inaccurate representations of received wisdom about the structures, functions, and connections of the human body. His desire to learn, discover, and understand how every aspect of our world worked drove him to ask questions and seek answers. For instance, he jotted down in his notebooks, "Why is the sky blue?" and "What makes birds fly?" These questions weren't just intellectual exercises. They led to groundbreaking insights and observations that influenced his art, like the detailed musculature in the Vitruvian Man and the lifelike movement in the Last Supper. Leonardo da Vinci drew inspiration from the 1st century BC Roman architect Vitruvius, who described ideal human proportions, such as the foot being 1/6 of the body's height. Vitruvius also explained that a man's navel is the body's central point, fitting within a circle, while his height and arm span form a perfect square. His use of perspective and figure placement for the supper creates a potent narrative moment by directing the viewer's attention to the main figure of Christ. Leonardo's skill in capturing human emotion is demonstrated by the portrayal of the apostles' differing responses to Christ's declaration of his betrayal. Leonardo's ability to merge art and science to invent useful creation was what made him a high creative. His attention to detail and mastery of anatomy helped him create lifelike paintings, while his engineering sketches envisioned machines centuries ahead of their time. He may have not viewed art and painting as a profession or something he did for pay, but his true passion was using his curious mind and powerful observational skills to discover, create, and design new concepts. The greatest genius's intense curiosity and desire to explore what others think as unthinkable. This relentless motivation is well aligned with psychologist Dietrich Derner's PSI theory, which emphasizes two basic human needs: competence and certain. His success was driven by his ability to blend two mindsets, one focused on scientific observation, while the other on imaginative creativity. His pursuit of knowledge was fueled by both his need for certainty, which drove him to study the world with meticulous precision, and his need for competence, which pushed him to master diverse fields from engineering to anatomy. This dual approach allowed him to deeply understand the mechanics of the natural world, while also envisioning inventions and art beyond the limitations of his time. Florence in the 15th century was a melting pot of creativity and intellectual pursuit. The powerful Medici family, known for their patronage of the arts and sciences, provided him with the resources and opportunities to develop his artistic and scientific interests. Leonardo lived during a time of political upheaval and warfare, particularly as Italy was divided into multiple city-states. His service for powerful rulers exposed him to military engineering, leading to his designs for fortifications, weapons, and war machines. While many of his concepts remained theoretical, they showcased his ability to merge creativity with practical application. Leonardo's work was deeply influenced by the Renaissance ideals of humanism, which emphasized the potential of human intellect and the study of the natural world. This philosophical movement encouraged him to explore anatomy, mechanics, and the laws of nature. Leonardo da Vinci once said, "Learning never exhausts the mind." He was the prime exemplar of a universal genius whose mind far outthought humankind. A testament to the spirit of the Renaissance, Leonardo's creations continue to influence and educate disciplines as varied as engineering, medicine, and the arts. His brilliance has permanently altered the course of history,